What it do? It's Pablo Pickasso Saturday. I am your host with the most bitchin' mustache you've ever seen. It's Pablo Pickasso here. Saturday, spooky Saturday nights. It's been a minute. Hold on, let's get some tunes pumping. Hold on. Yeah. Oh, welcome to Spooky Saturday Night. Your host, Pablo Pickasso. This is a high energy ball. All right. Enough joking aside. We are going to get into, it's been a minute since we did some strange, dark, mysterious. So I think this one comes from Nexpo. We love Nexpo over here, as well as like Nick Crowley. Probably gonna get into some of him. But so I was just on my off time, I was watching this anyway on YouTube, and it was just aggravating me. And I was like out loud saying to me, I was like, this fucking. So I'm like, you know what? I might as well play it on stream, and you're gonna get my reaction to it because, bro, this one really was aggravating the fuck out of me. So I'm sure it's gonna be just as infuriating to you as it was to me. So with that further ado, let's get right into this first one, bro. It's gonna make you want to punch a hole in a wall, the nearest wall. You're gonna need Kyle to come spackle it for you. Right? It's called dialing it in, as I often do, as Social does during our episodes of Unscripted. Dial it in. Yo, that's some bitchin' synth. That's some bitchin' synthesizer. I'll tell you that right now. Some bitchin' synth. Bum 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 bum. Reminds me of like Day of the Dead type shit. Or as my rest in peace, as my old friend would say, hot chocolate music. Bro, the intro to Dawn of the Dead, it's like bum 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 bum, and he's like, yo, this sounds like hot chocolate music. I'm like, what the fuck does that mean? He said, it's time to go make some hot chocolate. I don't know why. I'll always remember that.
There's something inherently eerie about an audio recording. The idea of listening in on a horrifying incident, a freak accident, a glance into someone's life that feels so close.
Or a maze diss track.
Yet so incredibly distant. Across the internet, there are countless disturbing happenings that have been recorded. Media that we can readily view anytime we want. Yet tonight, I'd like to share with you 3 stories, none of which we can see, but of those we can't.
Oh, I love that dramatic pause. None of those we can't see, but of those we cannot. Let's go. Bro, whoever does the effects for this channel, they need a raise immediately.
It's a stormy night. August 24th, 2019. A woman named Deborah Stevens is out delivering newspapers before the world begins to wake. It's loud and intensely dangerous. As she's driving, her car suddenly begins to hydroplane. Yet instead of regaining control, the waters around her rapidly rise, sweeping her car off the road and pinning it against nearby trees.
Bruh.
Realizing that she's in danger, she immediately calls her mother-in-law, panicking, pleading for any sort of help. She's informed to call the police. Surely, emergency services.
Okay, first of all, yeah, I love it. Love the visuals. I feel like I'm there. I feel like I'm in the car. I'm trapped, hydroplaning. But I'll never understand, these people when these situation happen and they call anyone but an emergency number. Like, what the fuck is your stepmom gonna do? Unless she lives like right close by you and she has like a big fucking pickup or like a tow truck or something. How the fuck is she gonna help you? How's she gonna help you?
Immediately calls her mother-in-law, panicking, pleading for any sort of help.
Unless she's an Olympic swimmer or has a helicopter, I don't think she can help you.
She's informed to call the police. Surely, emergency services can help her out of this, right? And so, she situates herself, dials 911, and explains to dispatch the following.
This year, password is so
perfect ad placement, bro. What the fuck? Gotta get them bucks. Nexpo. I ain't mad at it. Since we're eating off your channel too. You know what I mean? Oh, the double non-skippable ad. Yo, he's raking in the dough. You already know he's raking in the dough. All right.
Alan, where's your emergency?
I have an emergency, a severe emergency. I'm in a flooding. My car veered off the road while I was doing my newspapers, and I'm flooded over here on the end of Kincaid, and it's all the way up to my windows, and I can't get out, and I'm scared to death, ma'am. Can you please help me really bad?
I need you to calm down. I need you to tell me where you are.
I don't know, ma'am. I'm on the end of Kincaid down here by these apartments. There's some apartments on Kincaid. I don't know what they're called.
What color is your vehicle?
Avenue. On the other side of Kincaid, at the very end of Kincaid Street, there's some apartments, and
Do you have a dark blue car? Is what I'm asking you. What color is your vehicle?
Yeah, dark. It's gray SUV, lady. The motor's all the way up to my windows.
Okay, hold on for me. Don't hang up. Am I not on the phone with you trying to get you some help?
Yeah,
okay,
stop. Give me help.
Bro, if you're not already fed up with the fucking sassafras that this lady's giving it, this 911 dispatcher has no business doing this as a line of work. She answered the phone with a fucking attitude. Hello, who? She's like, hello, who's this? Why are you calling? Like they called your personal number. Bitch, you're an emergency dispatcher. You can tell she's freaking the fuck out. You're like, okay, what color car do you have? Like, lady, enough with the passive aggressive attitude. She said, just try to get me help before I die. She's like, water's up to my window. And she said, is it dark blue? Is it more of a teal? Is it a lighter shade? Is it sky blue? Bitch, get her help. What the fuck?
Before I die, I'm sorry.
You're not going to die. I don't know why you're freaking out. It's okay. I know the water level is high. I understand that. But you're freaking out doing nothing but losing your oxygen up in there. So just calm down.
Wow.
Are they not going to come get me?
You said what? I'm sorry?
When are they going to be here?
As soon as they get there.
Or how much is that going to be before I die?
Yeah, I know.
Bro, what? She said, when are they gonna be here? I'm gonna fucking die. She goes, they'll get there when they get there. Bro, this lady can't be fucking serious right now. You can't be fucking serious with this right now. Oh, fuck.
As Deborah pleads for her life, it starts to become evident that the operator, a woman named Donna Renault, is becoming
Oh my
bit
god!
annoyed.
Of course, it's a little bit annoyed. I don't think she's becoming anything except hungry. Except a hungry hippo is the only thing she's becoming. In fact, she's very unbecoming. This is fucking like this is exactly who I imagined in my mind was on the other line of this phone. She's wearing anal beads around her neck. If it wasn't Deborah, I would guess her name would be Susan, or Karen, obviously. But is this not the most like fat Deborah you've ever seen?
With her demeanor. As we know, this is the absolute worst time, the worst line of work, even, to let emotion cloud your judgment. Deborah needs help. So where in the world is it?
Where in the world is it?
Man, it's getting all the way up to my chest, and
I know the water's up to your chest. Just stay on the phone with me, and I have an officer and the fire department coming out to you. So just hold on, okay?
Thank you. I'm sorry if I'm rude, but I'm
You're
scared.
not being rude. I know you're scared. Just calm down for me.
I'm scared. I've never had anything like this happen to me before.
Well, this will teach you next time. Don't drive in the water.
Couldn't see it, ma'am. I'm sorry, or I wouldn't.
I don't see how you didn't see it. You had to go right over it. So
No.
Bro, she's scolding her like she's her child. Well, maybe this will teach you next time not to drive out in the water. And she's like, oh, I didn't see it. Oh, there's no way you couldn't see it. I had to drive right over it. Lady, you need a Snickers? Do you need a candy bar from the vending machine? What is up with you? You hangry? What the fuck?
Ma'am, I was in a truck. I was in a parking lot. There was no water where I was at.
okay.
Okay.
And when I got to the end of the park,
Did you hear that? Okay. Okay. Yeah, she's like so like dismissive. So dismissive of the city. Meanwhile, she's drowning. She said the water's up to her chest. Her car's in the water, so she can't get out because it's flooded. And she's just scolding her about why you shouldn't even be out driving right now anyway. But as we heard earlier, that's her job. She delivers newspapers. So she's not just fucking frolicking about for no reason. She's doing her job and she's driving. And she's like, oh, there wasn't water in this parking lot as soon as I pulled out to the main road. And she's like, okay. Is this not the most hateable lady you've ever heard?
there was no water where I was at.
Okay.
Okay.
And when I got to the end of the parking lot, I was looking for the road to get out into the main road. When I got to the main road, it was too late. There was water, and I couldn't see it fast enough.
The water just didn't appear.
The water just didn't appear. Bro, this lady is such a cunt. She's dying, and all you want to do is just fucking scold her like she's a 10-year-old child. Maybe get her help first. Maybe get her some help. Make sure she lives through the situation so that the last fucking 4 minutes of her life weren't just you berating her. What the fuck? Deborah! Come on! She said the water didn't just appear. Oh,
As
my
this call
fucking
continues,
God, bro.
it's evident that Renault isn't taking her seriously.
You
A
think?
woman trapped and unable to escape her vehicle is reportedly only equivalent to the priority of a stalled vehicle. It's only midway through this call when it's finally escalated.
Bruh.
But even then, crucial minutes have already bled by. Deborah Stevens, as we know, is running out of time.
Damn.
Ma'am, please.
Hold on for me. Hold on. Ladder two.
Oh, my God.
Yeah, that fuck. Hold on.
Okay, I know. Listen to me. They are in the area. They are trying to find you. They cannot find you right now. I'm trying to ping where you are, so do not hang up because this 911 call is helping me ping your location. So don't hang up on me. Okay, where are you moving to? Tell me where it's going. Okay, tell me where you are. Listen to me. Hold on.
Bruh. Even to the bitter end. She's being a cunt. Like, what the fuck, Donna? She's literally telling you, I can't breathe. My car's moving. She's like, well, where is it moving to? Did you take a left on Somerville Street, or did you take a right? Like she's the one controlling it. Like she's like, oh, I just took a left. Like the water's fucking dragging her and her car down the ravine. Okay. And she's like, I can't breathe. Just getting sucked underneath it. She's like, hello. Oh my God. This lady's unbearable. Oh, Jesus fucking Christ, bro.
Deborah Stevens, following this call, wouldn't make it out alive. And her vehicle, a tomb, swept away in one of the most heartbreaking freak accidents that I have ever listened to. About 10 minutes after this call ended, rescuers were finally able to make their way to her. However, by then, it was far too late. As it turned out, she had drowned inside, and a mother, a daughter, a friend who was simply out delivering newspapers to the public had undeservingly lost her life.
Well, let that lady tell it. Shouldn't be out driving around on this water. That'll teach you next time. That'll teach you in your next life. In your next lifetime, maybe you won't go out in the water. Oh my God, bro.
Next tonight, the 911 outrage. A dispatcher on her final shift, taking a call from a woman stranded in her car as floodwaters rise. She panics, but it's what the...
In the following months, it was found that Donna Renault was coincidentally working her final shift after having submitted her 2 weeks' notice 13 days prior.
Bro. Of course. It all makes so much sense now. This lady quit. She put in her 2 weeks. She don't even want to be there. So she's like, oh my God, it's my last shift ever. My last shift ever is a 911 operator. And I got this annoying dumbass lady who thinks that just a little bit of water is going to kill her. Oh my God, bro. Like, I don't know. I hope they like change some kind of something. they did like enact some kind of change where like someone that literally is quitting and doesn't even want to be there for their last shift is being reliant. Like people are relying on you to save their life, and you have a fucking attitude like it's just like you work at a fucking Applebee's and it's like, oh, I don't even care, it's my last shift. What the fuck?
To call it like it is, she displayed a remarkable lack of compassion towards someone in such a dire situation, constantly scolding and belittling Deborah in the final moments of her life. Never once did she render any sort of legitimate advice to keep her from panicking. A massive mistake, especially considering that she was dying.
The backside of these apartments over here, where these people are at, they can all see me. They're all standing out there watching.
Miss Debbie, you're gonna have to shut up, okay?
Whoa! She said, Debbie, I'm gonna need you to shut the fuck up a second, okay? I'm gonna need you to shut all the way the fuck up. I'm sorry, like I know it's tragic. A lady died. I'm not laughing at that, but it's like, bro, you can't be. It's like a fucking. If you put this in a movie, it would seem too ridiculous, you know. It'd be like, I mean, come on, it's a little too absurd, too on the nose, you know. It seems cartoonish. It's cartoonish how fucking ridiculous this lady. She's like, the lady's like, oh my God, I can't breathe, I'm dying. And she's like, well, you shut the fuck up already. They're gonna find you. It's just a little bit of water. I'm getting dragged away. Oh my God, I'm gonna fuck. She's like, relax. Hello? Hello, Deborah? Which direction did the water take you? What the fuck?
Miss Debbie, you're gonna have to shut up, okay? I need you to listen to me.
Oh my God, bruh. Just take off.
Surprisingly, after an internal
She's cooked. She's cooked. But like now that we found out, salute by the way. So I don't know if you knew yet, but like now that I find out like it's this lady's last shift ever as a 911 operator. Like it makes sense, but at the same time, it's like, come on, man. Like what are we doing? What are we doing here? Like you're just gonna let this poor lady fucking drown to death because you don't give a fuck? Like yeah.
investigation, it was found that no policies were broken. No criminal action had taken place.
So I guess it's not against their policy to tell the person calling 911 to shut the fuck up and give him a sassafras, passive-aggressive attitude. I mean, I'm not saying like it's a law that they broke, but you'd think it would be against some kind of policy that they have. Like some rule in the handbook that says like, hey, don't snap at the callers and tell them to shut up. Especially when they're just asking for help. Maybe, okay, calm down. Like, I've heard that, obviously, but
none of what Donna Renault had done or said had violated anything. In essence, she had gotten off scot-free. And in her wake, a family devastated and shattered by an accident that never should have happened. Much like with Loretta Pickard, the Deborah Stevens tragedy is equal parts heartbreaking and frustrating. Both were, even if in part, victims of external circumstance. Both were helpless as they were slowly consumed by the predicament around them. Both of them should still be here today. Yet they aren't.
It's kind of fucked up though. Like, the lady didn't get in any trouble at all. Like, no fine, no fucking like sick, negligent, whatever the fuck, 6 months probation, like a probation house arrest type of thing where it's like, I'm not even saying go to jail, but like, Jesus, bro. Like, this lady should get some kind of hot water, I feel like, What's ironic is, wait, her name was Deborah too. So you had two Deborahs, bro. The day two Deborahs met. You had two different Deborahs on the phone. And I think therein lies the problem right there. Oh, yeah.
We'll return after these messages.
All right, guys, before we continue, I'd like to talk about tonight's video sponsor.
All right, you're already getting money from the ad reads, bro. Respectfully. You're going to get your sponsor.
From WNBC TV in New York, this is Live at 5 with Jack Cafferty, Sue Simmons, and Al Roker with 11.
The year is 1986. And on WNBC New York, a reporter named Jane Dornacker is giving her daily traffic report. Once a musician and an actress, she had found her home here in her late 30s.
She looks like she almost has a Elizabeth Short look, the Black Dahlia.
Enthusiastically providing updates about accidents, traffic jams, what have you, to the affiliated Joey Reynolds radio show. For her, the news media was a job secure and consistent. So what could possibly, if ever, go wrong?
What could go wrong as a newscaster that goes live to like every major event or crime scene? I feel like a lot could go wrong.
The exclusive AccuWeather forecast for our area overnight, mostly clear and cool.
At 4:44 in the afternoon on October 22nd,
444 archangels are coming to save you. 444.
1986, an Instrom F-28F helicopter operated by a company called Spectrum takes off for their daily WNBC traffic analysis. On board was 39-year-old Jane Dornacker, joined by a 30-year-old captain, Bill Pate. The flight, like so many others, was meant to be unremarkable. However, what neither of them knew.
That's another pressure right there. No trip through the sky and a fucking heavy machinery defying the laws of gravity and physics as we know it should ever be unremarkable. Okay, every flight since the Wright brothers should always be treated as such. That it is a remarkable feat, and don't ever take for granted that every flight is just mundane and regular. Okay. There's always a chance that this fucking hunking pile of metal is gonna just sputter out and fall out of the sky.
Was that a maintenance engineer had installed the wrong clutch to it. A severe oversight that has the potential to cause a complete loss of power to the aircraft.
You put in the wrong clutch? I'm sorry, like I don't know. I don't know about helicopter mechanics, but how do you fuck that up? He's like, how do you even put in the wrong clutch? Like, does it even fit in right? How does the wrong clutch even go into a fucking helicopter to begin with? Is he just like jamming it in there? It's like when you're putting furniture together from like IKEA, and you're always left with like extra nuts and bolts. He's like, oh, those are extra. He's got the fucking Allen wrench. Oh, that's just extra. Yeah.
Rotor blades. Nevertheless, the engineer was highly experienced. The helicopter appeared ready to go. However, over the next 2 minutes after takeoff, something would go horribly wrong.
Okay, here's Jane Dornacker now on the helicopter.
Thank you very much, Joy. There was indeed an accident southbound on the Major Deegan at the Marshalloo Parkway, an serious accident involving a tractor-trailer and a car. It has been pushed off to the shoulder, but now watch out there now, because another flatbed truck is going to have to come to clear it, so yield right of way. Northbound on the BQE, we spotted that disabled vehicle in the right-hand lane before the Kiosko, not causing much of a backup, but further northbound there on the BQE, traffic is very heavy past the Kiosko all the way over to the LIE. The outbound Holland Tunnel, extra heavy for you right now. Earlier, there was a car fire at Hudson and Canal Street. It has been cleared about heading to New Jersey. The outbound Lincoln Tunnel looks a lot better for you in New Jersey. Get the water! Get the water!
Bro, you just hear like brrr, like sputtering out of control, and then you hear her saying, "Hit the water, hit the water." You know it's bad. You know you're fucked when you're in a fucking airplane or a helicopter, and you're trying to tell the pilot to aim for the body of water. God damn, bro.
At this moment, the helicopter had struck the chain link fence of a nearby pier after rapidly nosediving and had crashed into the Hudson River.
A chain link fence?
And completely confused, Joey Reynolds continues in hopes of quelling panic.
Okay, we're going to play some music here, I think. Find out what's going on with the helicopter. There's something happened there.
What? Bro, I think he should have switched jobs with the 911 dispatcher because he's way too calm. The lady's like, oh my god, we're going down, aim for the water. Like, so yeah, we're gonna spin some of your favorite tunes. You know, it's fucking Joey whatever the fuck here with your Saturday show. We're gonna spin some tunes. Hopefully we get a update. Hopefully she's not chopped into little pieces by the propeller. But anyway,
some music here.
How about some soft jazz? What the fuck?
I think. Find out what's going on with the helicopter.
Something happened there. With the helicopter.
It's 5:15, 16 till 5 on WNBC on the Joey Reynolds Show. We're taking an helicopter report from Jane Dornacker. Let's check in, see how they're doing.
And he plays like the most upbeat. Bro, you might as well just fucking rickrolled it at that point. Right at that moment, just rickroll. Oh my god, bro.
And we'll come right back at you.
Just won't be a renegade. Hopefully my co-worker didn't just die. What the fuck, dog? He couldn't. I could not have handled that situation. Like, I get it. You're trying not to freak out the audience, but like, what the fuck? It's just like, yeah, so hopefully she's not dead. And here's my favorite tune from the lady. Oh my god.
I'm right back at you. Nothing happened with Jane. We had a helicopter report from the end copter. Of course, once before we had this happen. A few months ago, she went down in the drink. Not she. I mean, she has a pilot. But this time she said...
it happened about a month ago. She went down on the drink is what happened. She got a little too drug. And, that's why it went off here. So hopefully she's just on copious amounts of alcohol and the helicopter didn't crash.
Hit the water, something like that. So we're going to find out what's going on there. So stay tuned. We hope nothing... Say a little prayer.
So say a little prayer as we get into this the newest from Huey Lewis, and then say a little prayer. Dog, what?
That's right. That's really it.
That's insane. Say a little prayer. Oh, fuck.
Hawaii. 8 days, 7 nights for only $559.
We'll take you back downstairs to Jerry, and we will stay up here and have reports for you as we can bring them to you. Jerry?
Look at the hair, bro. Literally, his hair don't even look real. It looks like wax. Looks like a wax fucking... Looks like Lego. Looks like Lego hair.
It's McDonald's 31st anniversary.
Cargoes of food and medicine have been flown to famine-stricken southern Sudan. The first flights...
Good evening. The Mets even the World Series will have team coverage of their incredible comeback in Boston.
But first, we have a grim development in a tragedy that struck us here at NBC today. A tragedy heard by millions.
The fucking hair, bro. Why is all the newscasters' hair just look like Lego hair? It's ridiculous. Like, yeah, anyway, the Celtics are kicking ass, but sad. But also sad news. That lady over there works on that other news station. Yeah, she fucking died. Maybe lead with that. Maybe lead with that before you get into light fucking sports news. Hey, Boston's doing great this year. It's Chuck Scarborough, Channel 4 News, here to talk about the Yankees. Anyway, some fucking lady died, but hey, how about them Red Sox?
WNBC traffic reporter Jane Dornacker has been pronounced dead. Her pilot remains in critical condition tonight.
For 15 minutes, the aircraft sat submerged in 20 feet of water, and the occupants inside, helpless as they struggled to comprehend the reality that they found themselves thrown in. Through no fault of their own, the aircraft's sprag clutch had failed, causing the rotor blades to completely seize up and leaving them with no other option but to plunge downward, down to the depths below. The pilot, Bill Pate, was severely injured from this accident. However, Jane Dornacker wasn't quite so lucky.
Damn.
The strangest part about this entire situation is that this wasn't even Dornacker's first encounter inside of a falling aircraft, as only 6 months prior, a helicopter that she was on board, again, had fallen from the sky.
Bro.
Following her death, Joey Reynolds and the entire staff...
Like, I'm sorry, respectfully, rest in peace, but you'd think if you're in a helicopter that falls out of the sky, you would think you're probably not going to get back in another helicopter and risk it. Maybe that's God. Maybe that's God telling you to chill with riding in fucking helicopters. You know what I mean? You already went down. Or maybe she's thinking, what's the odds? I already survived one helicopter crash. What's the odds of it happening again? Dog. And she's like, oh, we see there's a car on fire here on the 401. And then oh no, the clutch. What's going on? And then the newscast is like, don't worry, guys. This happened 6 months ago. She was also in a different helicopter crash 6 months ago. Should be fine.
WNBC were in complete shock. However, none of it compared to the loss that was experienced by Dornacker's 16-year-old daughter, Naomi. Just 3 months prior, she had lost her father, and out of nowhere, now had to contend with the loss of the only other parent in her life.
Jesus, bro.
An unimaginable heartbreak, especially for someone at such a young age.
Yeah, that's fucking insane.
In the end, Naomi was given a $325,000 settlement from a wrongful death lawsuit with Spectrum Helicopters.
That's it? Look, I get it's 86, so 325 is probably like 743 these days, you know? For inflation, it's definitely probably more than half a mil. But I don't know, man. It still seems a little short, you know? Oh, you lost your mother and it's our fault because his fucking retard put the wrong clutch in the helicopter? Here's little money. Even though you have no father now. Both your parents are gone. How's 300 grand sound? Is that about good? Cover up the cost of your dead mother? Come on, dog. What the fuck?
A sum equal to nearly $1 million today.
Okay, so it's a mil. It's almost a mil. Damn. Okay. How much would you deem acceptable for someone to offer you if you lost a parent or loved one in a tragic fucking accident that was completely this company's fault? How much would you see as like a complete fucking insult to you that they'd even offer? And how much would you be like, all right, it's not gonna bring her back, but you know, might as well take the milli, you know?
But even still, her life was completely shattered. She had lost everyone she loved, and she ultimately became an orphan through no fault of her own.
Well, yeah, it's usually, unless the people are committing patricide, familicide, usually it's through no fault of the child that they become an orphan. Doug. Nexpo. Are you orphan shaming? Nexpo, are you orphan shaming? It's like through no fault of her own, she became an orphan. Like when is it the orphan's fault that their parents die? What the fuck? Oh my god, dog, I can't.
This incident all around is one of the most heartbreaking cases that I have ever researched, and I can't even begin to imagine the horror that Jane felt in her final moments. All it took was one single maintenance mistake to flip an entire family's life upside down.
Yeah, but like one eensy wincy tiny maintenance mistake. Look, it's not like they forgot to change the oil. The guy put the wrong part in a helicopter. It's more than just like a little maintenance mistake, bro. That's a death trap. It was a fucking flying death trap. And they're like, he was a fucking super expert. He was a fucking 30-year expert engineer. Really? Yeah, well, it's 86, so he's probably all coked the fuck up.
And I truly hope that today, Naomi is at least doing okay.
Yeah, and respect, obviously respect to all the deceased. Not like they're gonna get offended, but the family members and all that too. We mean no harm. We're just laughing at the absurdity of these situations.
It's June 2016. The world is ensnared in politics. Harambe takes over the internet. And over on YouTube, a user named Sir Daniel Fortesque uploads a video depicting a strange, eerie radio broadcast. His recording is only 1.5 minutes in length. However, in the description, he provides us with some context. My name is Cody E., and I'm a swing shift security guard at a bank management building located in Utah. Inside the security office is an old AM/FM radio that belongs to my supervisor, who listens to talk shows during his daytime shift. On June 16th, 2016, I was killing time before I got off work and began to play with the old radio. It was set to AM stations, and while turning the knob, Scanning through stations, I came across a very creepy broadcast. After listening to it for about a minute and a half, I quickly grabbed my cell phone and began to record the audio. I could hear two voices during the broadcast. The first and most often heard is of a woman crying, in to me what sounds like fear or agony. While the woman's crying and speaking, you can hear faint words spoken from another woman or girl who sounds younger. I wrote down what I believe I hear the voices saying in the recording, but if you hear something different or could make sense of audio I couldn't understand, feel free to leave it in the comments and tell me what you think of it. I don't post videos to YouTube normally, and I don't focus this channel on anything specific. I simply recorded this video from an experience I had at work and was asked by my friends to post the recording here. Thank you.
I don't know, man. I don't know if I'm prepared for what we're about to hear.
The following is the OP's recording.
Never gonna lift you up. Never gonna tell you. You've been rickrolled. No, just kidding.
Right, full scale.
Whoa. Okay, that's creepy as fuck. In what other context is a woman gonna be like pleading for her life, saying, "We've never done anything to you or anyone"? Ah, this is unsettling, bro. What the fuck? And then the male voice, the way it chimes in, it's like, "Yo, get ready. Nothing you say will stop me." Like, what the hell? I remember when I was a kid, I had these Goosebumps walkie-talkies, right? And these were the shit. I love these things. But anyway, so I had one in my room one time, and I remember my brother was on a cordless phone, like down 2 flights of stairs in the basement. And just when I angled the antenna a certain way, it could literally hear the phone conversation that my brother was having on the cordless phone downstairs through this kid's Goosebumps walkie-talkie. And I remember being like, what? It tripped me out. And I was sitting there like making sure I was angling it the right way so I could listen in on his phone call. You know, I was probably like 8 or 9, but that's what this is reminding me of. Like, is this like supposed to be broadcasting right now, or is it just so happened to be picking up some frequency that's this dude's like recording or something? Because this is creepy as fuck.
Right, full scale. Brady.
What? Okay.
This broadcast, as we could hear, initially sounds like some sort of voicemail. A woman cries, pleads, begs for mercy. Yet throughout the entire recording, we never hear a response from whoever she's supposedly talking to. What is she crying about? Who is she? And what in the world is going on. Looking up specific words from the broadcast turns up nothing. A recording of a movie or TV show? A nearly impossible dead end. This audio just exists, cast out into the endless void of the internet for all of us to chew on and to become intensely creeped out by. 5 years ago, we dove into the bizarre mystery of Portland's 96.7 FM and the strange broadcasts that were emanating from it for over a year. Throughout my video, we narrowed the culprit down to a non-profit called the Community Alliance of Tenants, who, as expected, denied any involvement with it. While that's so, in that case, we were at least given a call sign, something to chew on to take the investigation deeper. Yet here, nothing. All we have is an eerie voice muddled in static, and a general location far too broad to narrow down. Given the nature of shortwave radio stations and how anyone can broadcast anything on them given the proper equipment, I do believe that this has the potential to be someone messing around. But then again, what if it isn't? I'm curious if any of you remember anything like this taking place around Utah in 2016.
Caesar, where are you? Utah.
I have a funny feeling that someone out there has some sort of recording related to this, and this is precisely where I need your help. What truly is the context here? What in the world is she pleading for? And
right, and if you think if you're gonna do some kind of joke or if you're effing around, you would make it like more obvious of where, like, you know, you make it more audible, I guess is what I'm trying to say. Like, it wouldn't be as muffled. You wouldn't like not know what the fuck they're talking about in hopes that someone would record it. Like, I don't know.
Most importantly, who exactly is the woman on the radio?
It's Caesar's mom.
Audio. A medium so intimate, so familiar, so intensely unsettling. A frontier where we as onlookers can allow our minds to wander, filling in the gaps of lost information with always the worst case scenario. Tonight, you and I dove into
It's like he's EQing my vocals on the Mazes track.
the worst case scenario. Tonight, you and I dove into 3 cases of the darkest audio on the internet.
Okay, so that was Nexpo, darkest audio on the internet, number 1. We could do more audio. We could do some, you know, let's kind of in the same vein. Fuck it. Let's do darkest videos on the internet from one Nicholas Crowley. Pretty much in the same vein as Nexpo. And I'll put the link to their channels in the description after. But yeah.
For your words?
I fuck with both of these channels. No, it's not like regularly, you know, it's not like I watch every other day, not even every month, but every couple months I'll be reminded of their existence and I'll go watch some of their shit. So this is YouTube's darkest videos, number 9. Let's go.
The following video is sponsored by Simply Save. There's no safe like Simply Save.
Already creeped out. Bro, what the fuck?
Gentlemen, we're now arriving our Wacky stage stop.
On the morning of March 22nd, 2024, the Kern County Sheriff's Office was flooded with calls about an incident that had taken place near the Wasco Amtrak station in Wasco, California. The incident involved a pedestrian who was reportedly walking dangerously close to an active train track before being struck by an oncoming locomotive.
Oh my god. But what y'all should do, put some headphones on and go sit in the dark with your back to the door. That's the best way to enjoy this. Salute, bro. Salute. That's what I'm currently doing. I have headphones on and my back's to the door. So
a situation that authorities knew was likely unsurvivable. Police arrived at the scene shortly after 8 a.m. and were met with the bloody aftermath of the accident, as they found 48-year-old Horacio Ayala Penoza deceased on the tracks, with the force of the impact being—
Oh, really? Damn. The last case they were talking about Utah. I was like, Caesar! Caesar!
so strong that his body was torn apart and scattered all throughout the area.
Damn.
At first, it was believed to have been a clear-cut suicide, but after interviewing some of the witnesses—
Bro, you have to blur out the word suicide. Bro, come on. Really? I can't stand that shit, bro. Words were invented for a reason. Okay? Words, we come up with them as descriptors, so we all can agree on what we're talking about. Okay? It's the only reason words are invented, as help in communicating, because body language and tone alone can only do so much. Once you start getting rid of words, because people don't like to hear the word. If I hear the word suicide, and it's not like you didn't get rid of all of it, you just blurred out one syllable of it. So now we got to say unalive to delete my saved file. Like, it's so dumb. It's so dumb. Now we're adding more words into sentences instead of just saying the word that means the thing that we're talking about. And for what? Because people might get triggered by audible noises.
Police—
You're a child.
learned that the man had never stepped in front of the train, and rather he had actually been sucked underneath as a result of walking too closely, painting a clearer picture that this was all a tragic accident. But as police were conducting these interviews, one strange detail kept coming up, as apparently Horatio wasn't the only one on the tracks around the time of the incident, with there allegedly having been one other man standing nearby, a man who took off shortly after Horatio had been killed.
So he pushed him in front of the train. What the fuck, bro? I'm sorry, if I'm walking with my buddy by the train tracks and then he gets sucked underneath and then gets fucking obliterated. Well, I'm gonna run away? Like, for what? Like, unless, I had some drugs on me, I had to go. So, like, what are you running away from for? Like, unless you pushed him. But also, why are you walking that close? Why are you walking that close to a train? When I'm driving on the highway and there's a fucking 18-wheeler, like, I can't just drive next to it. I have to, either speed up and get past them, or I slow down and go, like, around them on the right. And shit, because, that feeling of, like, you have to, like, kind of hold the wheel more to the left, because it's, like, actively trying to suck you under. Pause.
Strangely, witnesses believe they saw the man reach down and pick something up before leaving. For the officers on the scene, finding this man became the next obvious order of business. But by this point, he had already found himself a few blocks away, where he was spotted by a group of construction workers. The group watched as the man walked towards them, appearing to hold some sort of large item in one of his hands, the same item that had been taken from the train tracks. And the closer he got, the clearer it became what exactly this thing was.
A sword? A samurai sword.
It was a human leg.
What? What the fuck? So you're walking with the dude on the train tracks. He gets sucked under, obliterated. This dude, I'm thinking he stole his wallet or something, or maybe he was trying to. He didn't have time to go in the pocket, so he just took the whole leg. He's walking down the street with a fucking leg, and then these people see him. Like, imagine you're doing construction, and all of a sudden you see this dude walking down the street with a severed leg.
Is he all right? For real? Is he all
right? For real?
Is he all right? Like, bro, you're not gonna look at each other like, is that what I thought of? Is that a mannequin? There's no way. There's no way we just seen dude walking down the street with a fucking leg. What? Is it a souvenir from his kill? Is he on meth? Like, I need answers. Too-la-doo-la-doo-la, walking down the train tracks with my friend. Then he dies and I take his leg. Too-la-doo-la-doo-la. Dog. And then it's just like, it's Friday, man. I can't wait to get done this job. And what? Oh, it's almost packy time. And then you look over and you see he's got dun 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 dun. He's got it over his shoulder like, this is my rifle. This is my gun. Hello? Yes, there's been a tragic accident on the train tracks. And we have a second suspect running from the scene. Appears to have a human leg. God only knows what he's up to in that. And furthermore, Susan, I wouldn't be the least bit surprised to learn that all two of them habitually smoked bowls of meth crack. Tweakers. Is there footage of it? Oh, dog. Clip, what are you doing with this guy's leg?
For some inexplicable reason, when the train had dismembered Horatio, this man had run over and picked up his leg, and he was now waving that leg on the sidewalk of a nearby road, with the construction crew claiming that he had been banging it against the fence as he walked towards them, and at one point had even struck the leg against one of their machines. Upon the realization, a wave of fear washed over the group, as they were unsure what this man had done to get this leg.
Yeah, I mean, no matter what, a dude is waving a human leg at you and then banging it on shit. Does it matter how he came to encumber this human leg? Or you're just going to assume he's probably a serial killer? You know, like, what the fuck, dog? I've never encountered a person waving a human leg, and obviously it would make more sense if it was a hand. You should have took the arm and was like waved at them, you know? But who am I to nitpick?
Or what he would do next, though that was something that even the wildest of imaginations could have never predicted.
Bro, what's this dude gonna do with this leg?
He's eating it.
He's eating it!
Hey,
What?
As the man looked down at the...
Is this a fucking bath salt zombie? Bro, he definitely killed his friend. He pushed his friend in front of that train. And once he saw that severed limb, it's like he's been waiting his whole life to come across a severed limb so he could run away with it and show it to people and then eat it. This was a kid in class that would just do anything to freak people out, you know? If you gave him $2, bro, like, what the fuck, dog? What the fuck? You gave him $2, he would like sniff spicy mustard and shit, you know? You know those fucking dumbass kids you went to school with, like they would just do whatever. That's what this kid. He's like, no, check this out. I'm gonna gross him out while they're at work. What would be funny though is if he turns to him after and he's like, it's just a prank, bro. It's just a prank.
leg.
Severed leg prank in hood gone wrong. The cops show up and just fucking shoot him.
And began eating it, as the workers watched on in horror.
Bro, that's why I like these channels, because, like, you know, some of the clips would be like, you know, or you might have heard of something before I seen it. But then I'll always like come across a video that I'm like, what? I've never even heard of this. Never mind seeing that. Like, and like you said, on of all the places on the internet, for a dude waving a fucking severed leg and eating it on camera, for it to never have come across my desk in any way, shape, or form is crazy.
Began eating it, as the workers watched on in horror. Officers arrived on the scene immediately after this, and when they asked the man what he was doing...
Imagine that, though, too. Like, you're doing construction all fucking day long. It's like fucking 12 hours into your shift or something, and you're starving. You just can't wait to go home and have some of your fucking wife's shepherd's pie or something. And then way to ruin your fucking appetite. It's like right before you're done the job site, just watching this dude eat a fucking human. Like, after that, you'd probably be like, "Ugh, bro, I'm not hungry anymore." Like,
with a leg, he explained that it belonged to him and that he was taking it to a nearby hospital to have it reattached.
He said, "This is my leg," and they look down. And they're like, "Oh no, you must be confused. I was born with 3 legs. This is my 3rd leg that's severed." He said, "Oh, excuse me. This leg belongs to me. I'll eat it all I want. And in fact, I'm going to have it surgically put back on at this very moment. And they look down like, bro, you have 2 legs. Whose leg are you eating? Whose leg is that? There's bite marks. There's entire fucking chunks missing from this leg. And he's like, reattach it. And he's looking down like, you're not missing a leg, buddy.
But it was obvious to everyone there that this man wasn't missing any of his legs, with the officers having to go as far as to prove it to him by making him.
The officers had to prove to him it wasn't his leg that was severed.
Roll up the sleeves of his pants and touch both of his legs. His explanation was completely nonsensical, and obviously didn't account for the fact that he was literally eating the leg just minutes before.
That's fucking hilarious. Imagine he did construction for 2 years. Imagine it was you that day who this dude's fucking clip just shows up with a leg and starts waving it at you and then eating it.
Leading to officers immediately placing him under arrest. His name was Rosendo Tejas, a 27-year-old man who had been experiencing
Froku, why are you eating legs, bruh?
homelessness and had been living on a street near the train tracks, with police determining that he did in fact have nothing to do with the actual death of Horatio. He just so happened to be near the tracks at the time, where he would first witness the accident, and then, for some unknown reason, take Horatio's leg and start eating it. It appears as though this was
fucking hungry, bro. He was probably in, like, you know, in cartoons when people, like, they turn into a drumstick. The fucking cartoon characters turn into a drumstick. This homeless guy was so fucking hungry when he saw this dude get hit by a train and his body parts went everywhere. He saw that dude's leg and was like, drumstick. That's all his mind went to because he's so fucking hungry.
The result of a combination of both drugs and alcohol, as he was found carrying narcotics when he was taken into custody, and he had just been captured by security cameras purchasing alcohol at a nearby liquor store just hours before the incident. But what's so interesting about this footage is just how normal Rosendo seemed.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I don't think you can just blame that on drugs and alcohol, bro. Clearly, this dude has mental issues. Froku's like, yo, I'm short $1. I'm short 75 cents, bro. Just let me get this fucking Bud Light.
Hours before the incident. But what's so interesting about this footage is just how normal Rosendo seems. In fact, the people working there knew him quite well, as he stopped in almost daily, where he was described as being polite and ordinary, including on the day of that incident. In fact, it's said that at first the shop owners didn't believe that Rosendo could have possibly done this, but it seems that whatever substances he had taken that day.
Look at the maniacal laughter. Even his face, like, I get it's further away. It's like, okay, a pixelated image. But even his face seems like distorted here. And his mouth is opening like reptile or Baraka. He's like, Mortal Kombat.
Had changed him. Rosendo Tejas was charged with 2 counts of removal of human remains and 1 count of destroying or concealing evidence.
I just love thinking about, like, what situation do you think had to occur for them to sit down and put laws on the books and have to come up with the wording of, like, okay, well, you didn't kill this person. You had nothing to do with them being mutilated. But you ran up, stole their fucking severed leg, and were running around with it, banging on shit, waving it at people, started eating it. So what situation had to occur and when, like the 1600s, where they had to come up with these laws of, hold on, what's the wording of this?
For substances he had taken that day had changed him. Rosendo Tejas was charged with 2 counts of removal of human remains.
Removal of human remains. I guess grave diggers.
And 1 count of destroying or concealing evidence, as well as resisting.
Destroying or concealing. Yeah, he destroyed the evidence because he took a bite out of this dude's fucking thigh, bro. What the fuck?
The police officer, and was sentenced to 1 year in prison after pleading no contest, bringing this absurd case to an end. However, his unsettling behavior will forever live on in one of YouTube's darkest videos.
I can't believe I've never seen that, bro.
Fun of Halloween should not include mischief.
Yeah, I can't believe I've never seen that video. That's insane.
There's a Harbor Freight.
Froku was fucking wildin' that day, bro.
Places.
It was just past 10 p.m. Safely tucked away in her second-story apartment.
No. I already got a bit. Bro, you ever just see, like, nothing has happened yet, right? Nothing's happened. And I get it because we're watching creepy shit and they put creepy music to it. But sometimes just, like, an image can just, like, give you the fucking heebie-jeebies, okay? And I don't know if it's this baby fucking stupid ass pants she has on or what, but this scene is horrifying. Trust.
Year-old Hannah Vivaretti set up her phone to record a video of herself dancing. For her, this was a meditative practice, a way of unwinding after a long, stressful day, and to truly feel at peace. But that day, fate had other plans. As Hannah was dancing,
did someone just fucking peek through her window? What the hell?
Something off camera caused her to stop dead in her tracks and yell, "Who are you?" It was a man whom Hannah had never seen before, standing in the doorway of her balcony, which again was on the second floor.
What the fuck?
Meaning that man had climbed up, cracked open the door, and was now standing in her home staring at her, quietly muttering nonsensically with a big grin on his face.
Who are you?
Waving a human leg.
Who are you? Please get off.
Hannah stopped the music and again asked, "Who are you?" To which the man responded by saying,
Please get out.
Your friend?
No, please get out.
He said, I'm your friend. You don't recognize me? I'm your friend. And she said, no, you're not. Are you sure? Are you sure we're not the best of friends? What the fuck, dog?
Yes.
But her demeanor and the panic in her voice made it all too clear that this was far from the case.
Who are you?
Oh
please
my
get out of my
God,
apartment right now.
She started to make her way over to her phone and then towards the front door. All the while, the man kept calmly insisting that they be friends. But Hannah was having none of it.
Please get out of my apartment right now.
Opening her front door and in the process,
Get out. Get out.
Bro, this is creepy as fuck. She just ran out of her own fucking place. Which kudos to that, bro. I mean, if you're a female, you gotta do what you gotta do. But the spin around and just to see, I think this looks like the guy in the last video. The same orange sweatshirt and everything. It's just like, it's the fucking Adventures of Florida Man. Take a severed leg off the train tracks and take a bite. It's like the next one. Climb up the second-story balcony of a woman dancing on YouTube.
Pointing the camera directly at the intruder.
He said, why can't we be friends? Why can't we be friends?
Giving us our first and only glimpse of the man as he's standing still in the balcony doorway. And with her front door now open, she yelled at him to get out, loud enough for the neighbors to hear.
Get out.
That's creepy, dog.
Which finally caused the man to retreat. As it turns out, Hannah did actually know who this man was, at least vaguely, as he lived in the same apartment complex, but he never actually spoke to her. He would always just stare and smile.
So he lives in this apartment complex. So he did some fucking Spider-Man 2 shit where he catwalked his way down. Like, I don't know, bro. He did this move where you put your hands up and he's like, and he slid down like Tom Cruise mom shoes and some nasty ass wonton soup.
Making it apparent that he had some sort of sick interest in her. As for why he entered her home that night, it's fairly obvious that his intentions were incredible.
He was like, listen, your choreography's all off. It sucks. I've been watching you. And your rhythm sucks. Your timing's terrible. We got to work on this choreography, okay?
Sinister, with Hannah recalling that during the entire experience, his hands never left his hoodie pocket, making her wonder if he was holding onto some sort of weapon that he may have been planning to use on her. But thankfully, because of her swift reaction, we'll never truly know what he had planned that night. Days after the incident, police would arrest 36-year-old Angel Moses Rodriguez Gomez and charge him with stalking, second-degree assault.
It's always a Rodriguez, you know? It's always a Rodriguez.
Assault, third and fourth degree burglary, and malicious destruction of property. But surprisingly, shortly after his arrest, they allowed him to walk free on bail. And given that he lived in the same apartment complex as Hannah and clearly knew where she lived, this decision was incredibly controversial, with Hannah herself stating in an interview that, "I just don't think it's fair that he's walking freely right now, and I have to watch my back at every angle." Thankfully, the court's decision would not lead to any further escalations in the case, and today Angel no longer lives in the country, but the footage is incredibly chilling nonetheless, and it sent me down a rabbit hole of home invasion videos late the other night. And here on YouTube, I came across countless unsettling examples. One such example comes from Saratov, Russia, and shows a woman moments after being awoken by the sound of knocking as she lay in bed in her apartment. It was around 4:30 a.m., which was already unusual enough, but things became downright horrifying for her when she realized that the knocking wasn't coming from the door, it was coming from the window.
Bro. Get a gun. Get a gun. Get a gun, buy a gun, learn how to shoot a gun. Get a gun rack. I don't even own a gun. Never mind a rack. Enough guns that would necessitate. Get enough guns that would necessitate a gun rack. Okay? I'm sorry. I don't give a fuck who you are. You start banging on my window like that. I'm shooting through the window. Blah, 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 blah. And I'll worry about replacing it later. Okay? Oh my god, that's the creepiest fucking thing I think I've ever seen. He wasn't knocking. He was banging his head against the window. And the moment she peers, we see the eyes of an A-fan. Bro, what? I paused it at the perfect time. I think this is the new thumbnail for this video. Look at this lunatic. Look at this lunatic. Is he all right? Bro, is he all right? Oh, come on. I'm trying to scroll up to play my sound effect. It's not scrolling up. Boo. This is insanely fucking creepy, dog. What the fuck? Imagine just hear, like, you think someone's knocking on your front door, and then you see the shadow and you realize, like, oh, someone's knocking on my window, my fucking kitchen sink window, and then you finally peer open and you see he's banging his head against the window, and the moment of realization, this is what greets you back on the other side. The eyes of a sociopath. When the cops finally got there, I would be holding his separate leg, dog. Come on, bro.
Outside of her window was a man banging his head against the glass over and over again. And equally as disturbing, this woman's unit wasn't on the first floor. She was 2 stories up.
What? Dog. No wonder why she's like, because at first I'm like, why would you even do that? But she's not on the first floor. So, of course, she's thinking, who the fuck's knocking on the second floor? And then you open it. Is this guy levitating? Does he have a ladder? This is insane.
And she didn't have a balcony. Across the street, a neighbor filmed the incident as it happened.
What the fuck? This is insane. This is fucking insane. Imagine you're the neighbor too, and you're looking at you're filming this, like, what the fuck?
That the man was standing on one of the building's gas pipes while he continued to strike the window. Eventually, these hits grew so forceful that the glass started to break, and his head began bleeding profusely, finally leading to the man stopping, but not in the pursuit of entering the home.
У него пена изо рта.
He's like, John doesn't live here? Are you sure? He owes me $3. Bruh.
As he instead climbed to a different window where he attempted to peel it open with his fingers. But by this point, police had already arrived on the scene, and eventually the man would be forced down and placed under arrest. When looking for an explanation as to why this man was doing this, it appears that he was under the influence of bath salts during the ordeal. But aside from this, I couldn't find any other information.
Right? For real? You
Why does anyone even do baths? Like, I don't understand. I don't understand. All you ever hear is that they make you do lunatic shit. They turn you into this. Okay? Why the fuck would you want to take a drug that turns into this?
He was under the influence of bath salts during the ordeal. But aside from this, I couldn't find any other information about the man's identity or whatever became of him. But I was able to find that this clip doesn't tell the entire story, as the woman behind the camera actually spoke to a local reporter and provided additional context to the ordeal, which only made the story more terrifying. At first, he knocked with his hands. Then he began to peck at me at the window with his head for an hour and a half without stopping. After that, he started shouting my name to the whole yard. He was foaming at the mouth. His whole...
How did it last an hour? Without someone stepping in with the fucking authorities? Showing like, what the fuck? How does he sit there bang his head against this glass for a fucking hour and a half? That's what you said, right? An hour and a half. Okay.
After that, he started shouting my name to the whole yard. He was foaming at the mouth. His whole face was covered in blood, and he shouted that he wanted to talk to me, and he needed me. With the most terrifying part of the statement being that she had no idea who this man was, or how he could have even known her name. The idea of both of these intruder videos featuring people whom the victims had never even spoken to makes them especially unsettling.
Bro, that guy's face, it's like, it's fucking taking me out, bro. You're a fucking straight up contaminant, dog.
Shows that you really never know who's watching and who might be obsessing over you. But incidents like this can be equally as
I know who's obsessing over me. They can't go a fucking day without typing my name in a chat. Even though I literally have nothing to do with them.
Feeling when the intruder is someone that you do know. Mohammed Amana was a 26-year-old man living in Orafur, Sweden, and had been dating a woman named Maria. But after several run-ins with the law, Mohammed's lifestyle just became too much for her, and she eventually decided to end the relationship. This caused Mohammed to become enraged, an emotion that was only further heightened when he discovered that she was staying with a male friend of theirs. And on the 25th of May, he would show up at his doorstep and ask to speak to Maria. Inside, the male friend and Maria both refused to let him in and told him to leave, and for a moment he did, though only temporarily, as he would return minutes later, this time
with a ladder. Stop it, Tug. What the fuck?
I'm armed with a ladder. And noticing what he was trying to do, the homeowner began recording on his cell phone.
En stege. En stege. Okay.
The man behind the camera asks, "What are you doing? Are you going to fight me?" To which Mohammed said no, he just wanted to speak to Maria.
I just want to speak to Maria.
As he said this, his demeanor was unsettlingly calm as he continues making his way up the ladder.
Mohammed, du kommer inte upp här. Du kommer inte in I mitt hem. Du kommer inte in I mitt hem, Mohammed.
With his demeanor being so calm that the cameraman couldn't tell if Mohammed was a threat or not, though it wouldn't take long for him to get his answer.
Bro. Du kommer inte in I mitt hem. Därför han högg mig med en kniv. Han högg mig med en kniv.
In an instant, Mohammed struck the cameraman, causing him to retreat into his room, closing the sliding glass door just in time for Mohammed to step on the balcony and brandish a large kitchen knife.
No shit. Såg ni det? Du, han krossar glaset med en sten. Bro, get a weapon!
Still dazed by the attack, the man holding the camera retreated even further into the house, while Maria had already run into the bathroom and locked the door behind her, a door that Mohammed would quickly rush over to.
I would say it's like having another producer in the room that knows exactly what your song needs. This is
I'm sorry, how do you even let it escalate to that situation? You see dum-dum, you see retard, put a ladder up, start slowly climbing. He's getting to the top of said ladder. and you're just sitting there going, Muhammad, Muhammad, just Muhammad, just don't. Fucking boot his ass off the top of that. Like, bro, what are we doing? You never seen WWF? You never seen a ladder match? TLC, tables, ladders, and chairs? Edge and Christian? Push that fucking ladder over, dog. What are you doing? You let him get that close, and then after he punches you in the face, and you go inside, you see he has a knife, and instead of rushing to go get your own weapon, or standing your ground and getting ready for, he's just running around going, oh no, Muhammad. The fuck are you doing, dog?
A door that Muhammad would quickly rush over to.
You know there's a woman in there. The reason he came there, or said woman, maybe protect her. Dumb fuck. He's gonna, oh my god. He's gonna stand over her and go, Muhammad, do not stab her. Muhammad, please stop. Please stop stabbing her 19 times. Don't stab her another 40 times in the face. Do not mutilate her corpse. Do not, Muhammad, do not take her severed leg. Do not walk up the street with her severed leg. Do not eat, Muhammad, do not eat it. Do not eat her severed leg now.
Släpp in mig på dass, han kommer in. Han kommer in, Maria.
I'm coming in.
Mohammed.
Idiot. I'm coming in. He's trying to tell her to open the door when the guy's right there with the knife. Be a man. Be a fucking man. Stand up to this dude. What are you doing? You're gonna get this lady killed.
Dude. Mohammed, du hörde mig redan.
And desperately tried to open, even trying to use his knife to turn the lock, because that lock was the only thing standing in the way of what he was there to do. What exactly that was is unknown, as police would manage to arrive on the scene within minutes of this footage being taken, where they would arrest Muhammad before he was able to get to Maria. But it's clear based on the fact that he had a weapon on him and his desperate attempt to breach the house that he didn't just want to have a conversation.
No?
In the end, the man filming was left with only minor cuts. Muhammad was sentenced to 2 years in prison as well as a 10-year ban from the country of Sweden, leaving us with 3 haunting videos of 3 disturbed intruders, whose true intentions will thankfully never be known.
Bro, I'm pretty sure we can gather their intentions. The guy went there with a ladder and a kitchen knife.
Is he all right? For real?
Like, bro.
Fact check, bucko!
We know their intentions.
It's the spookiest time of the year, a time when the consumption of horror movies and dark YouTube videos reaches its peak. But while fun in the moment, the true terror of consuming this content often occurs long after the credits roll, when you close your eyes to go to sleep, only to feel the sickening feeling of paranoia, every creak in your home sending a jolt of panic throughout your body, making you...
Bro, that guy peering through the window, the bath salt eyes, that I don't think that's gonna leave. That image is not gonna leave my mind for the next, like, probably month.
You wonder if someone or something is inside your house. I was just like you once. Consuming creepy content is my livelihood, and as a result, I've spent countless sleepless nights feeling uneasy within my own home, never quite feeling safe and secure, always wondering if something was lurking around me, until I realized that the reason I didn't feel secure was because I wasn't. The only thing standing between me and the outside world was a simple lock, and I knew it was time for a change, with that change finally coming when I partnered with this video sponsor, SimpliSafe. SimpliSafe is a home security system that you can control right from your phone. The SimpliSafe app allows you to arm and disarm the system, as well as view your live camera feeds anytime in any place. When I'm panicking in bed, I can just check the footage and be reassured that no one else is around. And when I'm away, I can check to make sure my belongings and, way more importantly, my dog are...
All right, we get your ad read. We get it.
Alright, hey folks, this is Noah, getting my blog live. Trucks and trucks and lots of trucks.
This is the very first footage that Noah Harpum would post to YouTube.
Budding serial killer. Look at, bro. Look at the schnoz. It looks like putty. It looks like the putty begins right here, and the rest of it is a false nose. Okay? I mean, look at this. You got the uneven, spread apart, hammerhead eyes, the curly locks of a Hasidic Jew. And The 5 o'clock shadow of a serial great burst.
After years of having a channel, Noah finally decided to give uploading a try, posting this inaugural video to a self-titled channel on October 29th, 2015, titling it 102915, video blog number 1, and introducing himself.
See, I made that joke not that long ago. I was like, this motherfucker probably uploaded the video and it just said like December 3rd, fucking 1294. It's like when you just upload it just whatever time you uploaded the video was the title. Oh my god.
To the platform with a simple "Hello World" in the description.
No, but I did want to dissect just the beginning of.
Oh, we know you want to dissect. We all know you want to dissect human remains. It's like, I just want to dissect a woman's organs.
A sermon given by a Pastor Bill, a guy that my dad has been following, taking ideas from.
So you're in a cult?
For 10 years at least. He and his family, 2 kids.
In the video, R.i.p paces throughout his home and discusses a priest named Pastor Bill, whom he believed was influencing his father and his family, and clearly not in a good way.
I've been ignorant of it for a long time, so I wanted to look at it, and I challenged him just to look at 15 minutes of this sermon.
Though he gives no context as to who this pastor is, only mentioning that he had been ignorant of the situation for a while, and that this video was his response after trying to expose the truth to his father.
Been waiting and waiting, and I haven't heard anything. So I was going to just post my reply, and I guess that's how I'll start my blog.
Again, what this truth is unclear, as the lack of information makes this video a confusing watch, and ultimately it tells us.
Yeah, it's a cult. What do you mean? There's nothing confusing about it. His dad's in a cult.
Very little about who Noah was, let alone the other people he was discussing. But he did end the clip by making it clear that this was only the beginning of what would be a reoccurring blog series that would showcase just him, his thoughts, and his camera.
The blog is just going to be me with a video camera.
But let me guess, there was never a part 2 because you wind up murdering Pastor Bill.
And that'll be it. We'll see what happens.
But before those uploads would come, Noah had pinned a website in his description that directed users to a blog post written by him that same day, titled, "Is My Dad in a Cult? Even worse, is it satanic?"
Pablo Damas strikes again.
Throughout the writing, R.i.p loosely provides additional context for his video, as he breaks down a sermon given by Pastor Bill, who is shown to be Bill Johnson, a well-known preacher from the Bethel Church in Redding, California.
Pastor Bill, he's not really, my Uncle Bill is not really my uncle, my Pastor Bill.
Who had garnered a large following online. And despite the sermon being over an hour long, R.i.p goes through it point by point, critiquing everything that he said. And the more he typed, the more angry he got. And the more angry he got, the more nonsensical his words became. I'm attempting to present a case that shows the leader of this prestigious institution, along with a select group of rulers, are using mind control techniques to poison and confuse legions of useful idiots that slave away to keep the institution humming along, and that this man, Pastor Bill Johnson, and his ruling caste are using mind control to keep people imbalanced and ignorant, in a state of perpetual waiting for the material world to be defied, while they themselves are profiting immensely in this material world. The blog gives us a peek behind the curtain of the man shown in this video, a man who seems to be clearly mentally unwell, paranoid, and very...
Or maybe he's right on the money. Sounds like my dissertation of virtual battle.
Angry, with the post making it clear that the purpose of Noah's content was to bring this pastor down, and video blog number 1 was supposed to be just the start. However,
why does Pastor Bill look like Bill Maher?
There would never be a video blog number 2. As just 2 days after posting this video, Noah's life would take a drastic turn.
Hi, my name is Tami, and I would like to give you a few reasons why you should consider dating a young Asian lady.
I'm
sold. Potential spouse from Vietnam, the Philippines, Thailand, or Indonesia. The geography is boundless. Have you noticed that
geography
Asian
is
women have
boundless?
become more and more popular? I mean that they are everywhere. In famous magazine, on Instagram as top bloggers, on the runways, and on billboards. More importantly, they are in men's heart. True, They are this popular because most of them have everything that an object of fascination is supposed to have.
What?
Natural beauty, stunning bodies, and charisma like temper. Yes, these
Like,
ladies
have
are...
you noticed that Asians are everywhere now? They are perfect to be the fascination of object. Perfect to be the object of your fascination. She said we could ship you one from Vietnam, India, Indonesia. Holy shit.
Colorado Springs 911, what's the exact location of your emergency?
It's at,
Repeat that one more time for me and make sure I have it correct.
well, it's across the street from me. I'm calling from my address.
Tell me exactly what happened.
Well, there was a guy walking around with like 2 cans of gasoline or something.
Where he's like with a severed leg. I don't know what he's doing with it. But you just notice out this 911 dispatcher, very stark contrast between the other lady that was like, wait, will you shut up? Will you shut the fuck up, Susan?
Well, there was a guy walking around with like 2 cans of gasoline or something, 2 small cans, and a big, like a rifle. It's black, and it
got 2 cans of gas, and I don't think he ran out of gas. He's got a rifle on him.
Had a strap around it. He's walking up to doors and stuff.
At 8:35 a.m. on Halloween morning, a woman named Naomi Bettis called 911 after witnessing a suspicious man walking around her neighborhood in Colorado Springs, as she watched him carrying several cans of gas.
What the fuck?
As well as an AR-15 that was hung over his shoulder. She didn't know it at the time, but this man was her neighbor, Noah Harpham.
And then I seen that he walked into the building, and the glass window at that business is broke.
And that's a business? What's the name of the business?
I have no idea, but I just know I don't know if it's a fake gun, BB gun, but it looks pretty scary.
As the call progresses, Naomi explains that she had watched him enter a nearby business, where one of the windows appeared to have been broken. She wasn't sure if anything illegal had happened at this point, but she was convinced that Noah was up to something sinister, which based on what he had in his possession seemed to be the only logical conclusion. However, this concern wasn't felt by everyone.
Okay. And you said it looked like a long gun, correct? Like a rifle?
Yes. Uh-huh.
Well, it is an open carry state, so he can have a weapon with him or walking around with it, but of course having those gas cans...
It is an open carry state, so he could have an entire arsenal. The gas cans are alarming, though.
It does seem pretty suspicious, so we're going to keep the call going for that.
Okay, and the window's broken to that business downstairs, so...
Right, and you said he's now upstairs, correct?
Yes. Mm-hmm.
And are you or anyone else in immediate danger?
No.
Okay.
As the operator seemingly brushed aside the incident, stating that she was only keeping the call going because the gas cans could be suspicious. However, even with that, the report still wasn't taken seriously, as the dispatcher hung up on her shortly after, before dispatching one single officer to the scene, an officer that never even made it there, as just moments later he was called off and sent to what was deemed to be a more pressing scene at the local senior center. Naomi's concerns were completely ignored, but despite this, she continued to watch out her window, waiting to see what Noah would do next. 4 minutes after her call with police ended, and 10 minutes after first reporting Noah's behavior, Naomi would dial 911 once again. Only this time, her demeanor was far different.
I'm not sure if you saw the news, but Fox News is claiming President Trump is declining in the...
I don't know if you saw the news, but apparently some guys 2 gas cans.
I just called a few minutes ago, and the guy came back out, and he fired a gun at somebody, and he's laying on the street dead. Oh, my God. You sent an ambulance, too.
Naomi's worst fears had come true, as she frantically told dispatch that the man carrying the gun had just shot and killed someone outside of her home.
Oh, my God.
Okay.
Oh, my God.
Bear with me. I'm just putting that into the call. Is anyone in immediate danger?
No, that I can see or no.
In response, the operator bizarrely asks if anyone else is in danger, but Naomi, likely in a state of shock, answers no, before immediately realizing that Noah was heading in the direction of Platt Avenue, which was known to be a busier neighborhood.
Maybe on Platt Avenue there might be people in danger.
Naomi, I need the suspect's description. Do you know his name?
No, I don't.
Okay, is he white, black, Hispanic, Asian?
He's white, and he's got long curly hair coming out of his cap.
She desperately tried to relay that more people were likely in harm's way, only to be immediately proven right just seconds later.
I think, yeah, there's people outside that might be in danger up on Platt.
Okay.
Oh, I just heard another gun fire. Oh my God.
When she hears more gunshots, prompting the operator to once again ask,
Yeah, they need to call an ambulance or something right away.
Is anyone in immediate danger?
Only people up on Platte, maybe.
All right, I am sending the paramedics to help you now. Stay on the line and I'll tell you exactly what to do next, okay?
Okay.
It was only then that the operator would tell Naomi that police and medical personnel were finally being dispatched to the scene. But by this point, it was far too late. In the moments after Naomi had made her first 911 call, Noah Harpham would first attempt to light his house on fire using the 2 cans of gasoline. Though this, however, failed and caused him to quickly shift his focus. Noah instead stepped outside and
Bro, if they just listened to the lady when she called and like, oh, he's just walking around with a rifle, going up to people's houses. He's got gas cans on him. Like, oh, that's kind of suspicious. Maybe we'll send an officer. And then I guess one's dispatched, but then he's like, oh, I got another call. Let me turn around and go, we got a shoplifter. We got a shoplifter at the mall. So meanwhile, this guy's like trying and failing at the attempts to burn his own house down, shooting someone else with a rifle, and then just walking in the direction of a heavy populated area. And meanwhile, she's still like, we're going to send paramedics to you. She don't need them. The people he's walking towards are going to need them.
Brandished his rifle, immediately pointing it directly at Andrew Mayers, who had been riding his bike in the neighborhood. And after seeing the gun, the man stopped and begged him not to shoot, to which Noah responded by pulling the trigger multiple times, killing him instantly, with Andrew Mayers being the man that Naomi had seen laying dead on the street. From there, Noah began walking up the street where he would eventually see 2 women sitting on the porch of a sobriety center, where local women went to get help with their drug and alcohol addictions. And upon noticing them, he immediately started shooting, striking and killing both Christina Galella and Jennifer Vasquez.
I'll never understand, like, people that they have these, like, vendettas. Like, apparently for him, it was this Pastor Bill guy who ruined his family, and his dad's in this cult with this pastor. I'm not saying you should go commit, mass murder at this church or whatever, but I'm just saying if this person is the target of all your grievances, why do they always just like go start murdering random people that have nothing to do with their whole vendetta? I don't understand. I'll never understand. Why not just self-delete?
Noah walked for over a mile after this before the police finally caught up with him. And when they called out for him to stop walking, Noah turned and immediately opened fire, leading to a massive shootout. When the smoke cleared, the only one struck had been Noah, who was lying dead on the pavement, marking the end of his killing spree.
I wanted the
wow, what a great time for an ad read. Oh my god, bro.
The investigation that followed revealed that Noah had never even met any of the 3 people he killed that day. They were all total strangers.
That's what I'm saying,
Even the
bro.
question, why had he done it? Well, even today, there's still no clear motive, with this appearing to be a completely random and senseless act. But looking at his final and only posts online, Noah was clearly very angry and seemed to be mentally unwell, which was corroborated by testimony from his parents, as they later claimed that he had anger issues and suffered from drug addiction and bipolar disorder.
And is clearly an incel.
But what's so unusual about this to me was that this video was published just 2 days before the killings, and it was clearly not meant to be a one-off post. It was something that he seemed genuinely excited to continue, yet not even 48 hours later, he resorted to this. What happened in that time frame may never be known, but the effects of it will last forever. And I can't help but wonder how differently this all could have gone if that initial 911 operator had just taken Naomi's report seriously.
No shit.
Noah's spree didn't start for a full 10 minutes after she started that call, which would have been more than enough time for police to intervene. But instead, Noah was given all the time he needed to end 3 innocent lives.
You know?
It wasn't an attraction for the faint of heart. Standing over 1,300 feet above the ground, the Diogar ropeway was built to take tourists up and down the trick.
No thanks. Like, I'm not even like a scared of heights type of dude, but bro, these fucking gondola things over like a Grand Canyon, No thanks.
Mountain in Jharkhand, India. It was the tallest cableway in the entire country, offering an unparalleled view of Deoghar and the picturesque landscape around it. Because of this, videos have long since been posted on YouTube showing just how dramatic of a ride this truly is.
I mean, I could see getting topped off in one of these things, but you know, probably be scared shitless.
Such video being recorded on April 10th, 2022.
They're gonna like start rocking it. Oh no.
That day, a woman and her family had been filming their adventure to the Tri-Cup Mountain, and were now filming a first-person view of the descent back down.
Oh no. Oh no. I don't like those sounds. I don't like those jangling sounds. This is gonna be like the engineer with the helicopter. Oh, we put the wrong fucking piece in. Did you hear that, bro? That sounded janky as hell. It was like clack, 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 clack.
It wasn't the kind of place for anyone with a fear of heights, and the loud sounds of the car passing the support towers only added to the anxiety of the trip.
You
But the
think?
group filming this all remained relatively calm, quietly conversing to themselves, seemingly unfazed by the spectacular height. Even enjoying it. A feeling that wouldn't last.
Is he gonna go click, click? Oh my god, bro. No.
Without any warning, the car was met with a massive force, sending the occupants and the camera to the floor, causing the footage to go dark. In that moment, one of the ropeway's axles had dislodged, causing a failure on the pulley system, which resulted in 2 cars crashing into each other, and the rest coming to a sudden and violent halt.
Bro.
The impact was brutal, but somewhat surprisingly, the footage continued.
No.
Showing just enough to reveal that the ropeway and the cabin these people were in were both still intact, before the recording came to an end. This group had survived the impact, but the nightmare was far from over. News of the collision quickly spread throughout the region, leading
How
to
did
the
they
scene
even
being
get to
flooded
them?
with
They're
rescue
fucking like 10,000 feet in the fucking sky. How do you even get to them? Like, ugh. Bro, that's fucking insane. That was like one of my worst nightmares, bro.
and news crews alike, with everyone trying to figure out what exactly was happening.
You're stuck in a cable car, fucking 10,000 feet in the air, and then this fucking stupid pulley system, and then 2 things crash into each other, and now you're just stuck up there. And it's dangling, and you're probably hearing click, 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 click. And it's not just like you and a buddy or you and your wife. Like, clearly you can hear the kids. It's a whole family. So now it's all this weight in this one specific cart. Bro, nightmare fuel.
And the initial prognosis was grim. In the impact, 1 man in a separate car had been killed, and many others were left injured. And making matters worse, due to the broken axle, the ropeway was now no longer operational, meaning that the 70-plus people spread throughout the various cars were now stuck. Some of them were still suspended over 1,000 feet in the air. It was going to be an incredibly difficult rescue operation, just given the height of the rope.
And because they crash, so it's like a pulley system, right? So it's like this one has to be going down for this one to go up. So when they crashed, all of them are stuck in one place. They're all dangling. What the fuck, bro?
Way alone. And ultimately, it was determined that the Indian Air Force would utilize their special top-of-the-line helicopters to fly over the cars and lower down ropes with harnesses attached to them for survivors, who then would strap themselves in and be hoisted up to the helicopter above using an electronic winch. It took hours for them to even make their first attempt, before finally trying their approach on a middle-aged man, who slid on his rescue strap and was then slowly pulled up towards safety.
Oh my god.
The footage of this is horrifying.
You
These
think?
people were already over 1,000 feet in the air when their cars got stuck, and now they were being lifted even higher, tethered only by a single rope and a safety harness. Worst of all, it was a particularly windy day, which was made worse by the swirling of the helicopter blades, a combination that caused the man to start swinging wildly from side to side as he hung onto the rope for dear life.
I mean, you did want an adventure, right? When you got in that fucking gondola, you were looking for an adventure. I'd say swinging from a fucking helicopter rope 1,000 feet in the air should be the adventure you're looking for. I don't know, though.
And that caused the man to start swinging wildly from side to side as he hung onto the rope for dear life. It was a grueling journey up, but finally the man reached the aircraft. And with safety just a few feet away, he instinctively reached his arms above his head in an attempt to grab onto the helicopter.
No.
A decision that would have disastrous effects.
Bruh.
As he did so, his harness slid upwards and was pulled over his shoulders, and then over his arms, before eventually landing in his hands, meaning the only thing left holding him up was his own grip, as he clung to the now useless harness.
Sundays just got a
Bro,
whole lot better. This new live
the
mode-
timing of these ads are insane. Like, are you serious right now? Oh my god. That's insane.
For a full minute, he dangled there, just inches away from rescue. Meanwhile, the rescue crew searched the craft for something they could use to safely hoist him in. But before they got the chance, the man slipped out of his harness, momentarily catching himself on the side of the helicopter itself. But by this point, his strength was gone, and seconds later, his grip would fail for good. Causing him to plummet approximately 2,000 feet to the ground below, killing him instantly.
Bruh.
For those waiting to be rescued, the sight was especially horrific.
Right,
As they watched the man who they thought...
I'm just picturing that too, because they got to do this one by one by one. There's 70 people still stuck in these other ones. So you're sitting there watching the first guy getting pulled up, going, oh, okay, yeah, that's going to be us soon. And you're watching him swaying all about, and then hanging on the fucking helicopter, and then falling 2,000 feet. And you're like, what? This is the rescue attempt for us? Like, what the fuck?
Had made it to safety, fall to the ground right in front of them. The fear they must have felt knowing that soon it would be their turn was unimaginable.
Yeah.
After this, the rescue crews began making tweaks to their operation, which started to lead to a few attempts going off without a hitch. But the entire process was incredibly slow, as a full 24 hours would pass before 60-year-old Shubha Devi would finally get her chance to be removed from the car. And as she started her ascent up to the helicopter, the wind also caused her to start swinging wildly. So wildly, in fact, that the winch used to lift her suddenly stopped working, leaving her hanging there, only moving side to side rather than up towards safety. As she hung there, rescuers on the helicopter frantically tried to figure out what the problem with the winch was. But before they could ever get their answer, the rope suddenly snapped, causing her to free fall to the ground below. It came without any sort of warning, and from what I can find online, there isn't a definitive answer as to how this happened. But either way...
Maybe because they used the same rope to get 70 people up. And it was mad windy, and they were fucking flowing all about. Maybe that's why it snapped eventually.
Resulted in Shubha's tragic death.
It
took a total of 48 hours for the last of the survivors to be rescued and finally brought to safety, an unimaginable amount of time in an unimaginable position, with survivors having to watch two people fall to their deaths before them, unsure if they too were going to meet the same fate.
That's fucking insane. You're there for days, you're probably starving, you gotta piss or shit. At some point, you're probably pissed as shit yourself. Once you saw the first guy fall and you know it's your turn, you're waiting to be saved next, and you just watch this guy plummet to his fucking death. That's fucking insane, bro. Like, what the fuck?
Since its release, the footage has sparked some debate online, as the media actually hailed this as an impressive and even successful rescue operation for the Indian Air Force.
Yeah, bro, fire rescue mission. First of all, there's 70 people. It should not have took that long. Why the fuck was there only one helicopter? Why were they're way above and they're throwing down one winch at a time to pull up one person? There's gotta be a better way, bro. Gotta be a better way. Don't fucking lie to me. Don't lie to me.
While others have hit back on this, as both incidents seem to have been entirely preventable, with more people dying from the rescue than the accident itself.
Right.
Though ultimately there were no repercussions for the rescue crew, with the only punishments being dished out to the operating company DRIL, which was accused of not properly maintaining the ropeway and not following proper safety protocols. It was even alleged that when the initial crash happened, the people operating the ropeway at the time actually fled the scene and never even called authorities. But I'm not sure if this was...
Bro, imagine that. Like, you're in this horrific situation, and the people that are in charge and could help you see it happen and go, oh, fuck, and they just book it and run and don't even call for help and just leave you stranded 1,000 feet in the air. What the fuck?
Ever actually proven. DRIL was fined over $1 million and has since been blacklisted from operating ropeways for 5 years.
Good.
While the families of the deceased were given around $33,000 in compensation. Currently, there are plans to repair and reopen the ropeway, though at this point, no official date has been given for the reopening.
Why? I'm sorry. After this happens, I'm never, ever going on this thing ever again, bro. You couldn't pay me enough money to get in that fucking thing, especially after the, oh, don't worry, we fixed the ropeways now. I'm sorry. Whether it's DRIL or some other Indian company, I'm not trusting it. Sorry, I'm not trusting it. Oh, no, we tugged on them. We tugged on them a little bit. They're good to go now. The ropeways are good to go. The cables, you're all set. You're not going to die this time. I'm good. I'm not trusting it. You know?
Though at this point, no official date has been given for the reopening.
Oh, yeah. All right, what time is it? 2 or 3 in the morning? All right, maybe we'll end it there. Nice little 2-hour stream. That was fun, though. I like doing these creepy streams sometimes. I know it's late and it's spontaneous, so people can catch it on the playback. I appreciate, though, anyone who pulled up and typed in the chat. Salute. And yeah, just quick PSA. Don't come in here when I'm doing content about other shit and start asking me dumbass questions about who gives a fuck, because you're gonna get booted the fuck out of here. I promise you. For what, maybe one will be, I'll time you out, and then if you do it again, I'm just gonna block you, bro, because I don't give a fuck. I just literally, if you watch my content, like I said the other day, no longer interested in covering battle rap, period. Okay? If you're only here for fucking nonsense and asking me about another person, then fuck right off. Okay? Yeah, Social is one of my best friends of 25 fucking years. Okay? So it answers your question. Like, like what the fuck, dog? Don't care. Does the title of the stream make you think this is going to have anything to do with virtual battle rap or the sector or drama? No? Then maybe it's not for you. Okay? And that's fine. You can hit the unsub and kick rocks. Don't give a fuck. Okay? We're having fun and we're doing content over here, not just random 6-hour lives where we fucking have homoerotic joke offs with homosexual fake veterans. Okay, like, I don't know what to tell you. Go watch a fucking different live somewhere else if this isn't for you. Okay.
Fat check, bucko. Is he all right for real? Is he all
right for real?
What? Pablo kill him if he clout chasing. Matter of fact, Pablo ain't great.
Or else Pablo will kill him if he clout chasing, bro.
You go to the crib and make that shit spin.
Still gonna hear me when I die.
Still gonna hear me when I die. Still. But yeah, I'm gonna dip off now. This was fun. Appreciate y'all. And we'll see you next time with whatever we decide to do that stream. And I don't know whether it'll be bad movies or Pablo stories from the vault. All kinds of dope content that will have nothing to do with the P Blacks of the world. Okay. So, oh, bro, what the fuck? But let's listen to a little music on the way out, okay? Give yourselves a round of applause for not being a chone and understanding. Read the room. Read the room. Or else we'll... Yeah, hello? Yes. We have a habitual chat and comment abuser. Habitual abuser of the chat. One peeth blacketh. Habitual offender. Get the fuck out of here. Y'all can't see me in the heater. Oh, fuck. Alright, I'm out of here. I'm gonna go eat something and go to bed. I'm tired. Tired of y'all shit. Bars. I know, I did think about it. I was like, should I do like a breakdown of this new diss towards me? I still haven't even listened to it yet, to be real. Someone sent it to me. I saw the AI picture of the thumbnail and I laughed and said, bro, it's AI. An AI thumbnail picture for a diss. And I don't even have to click on it. I don't even want to give it a view unless we're going to break it down on stream. But I could just tell by one look at it, I could just envision exactly how this sounds. I already know exactly how this is going to sound. I don't even need to listen to it. So I still haven't yet, but I don't know. Maybe we'll break that down. And yeah. But I did hear that, just like I said, he was going to be scared to do the battle. Okay. Made us some excuse of like, for putting money down, and we got to do it in person. And translation, I'm scared, I'm ducking. So exactly. There's nothing to talk about with that. Whatever, bro. You know. Rap Ref and Reek, they want to battle somewhere else on the ring. I don't care. I don't give a single fuck, bro. Whatever. People do whatever the fuck they want. If I battle, it's probably gonna be on the ring. If we even have a ring event, it's probably gonna be either me or social battling, and then maybe we'll get other people on the card too or something. But it's probably gonna be, if me and Innovate battle, it's gonna be a pay-per-view. 100,000%. No free event. It's gonna be a pay-per-view. So yeah, that's as much as I have to say about anything battle rap related. Other than that, yeah, we got way better shit to do. So I don't know what to tell you. If that's all you're interested in, I don't know. See you later, I guess. Catch you next time. Okay. Peace out.